Good morning again, friends and family, and all of you who may be joining me throughout this big, beautiful, bright, wonderful world. It's time again for Storytime with Rob, and today I wanted to share with you a few feelings that I've been having. I was inspired, as you could say, to share this with you today because that's what I'm going to be talking about, is living in spirit. I got a couple of really short stories for you about that. But first, I want to share with you that I truly believe that deep down inside each one of us is a strong feeling that we know what we are capable of. We are capable of far greater things than we give ourselves credit for. The Lord has great work for us to do, and we are His hands, His eyes, and His mouth. We are His compassionate servants. We are His brothers and sisters. And mostly, we are children of a Heavenly Father who loves us. It's so important to know that, because if we understand where we came from and who we are, it makes such a huge difference on where we go from here. I truly feel inspired to share this with you today. To be inspired means to be in spirit. See that? Inspired, in spirit. When we are in spirit, the world is a different place. We see things much more clearly. It's kind of like many of you have driven through a thick, heavy fog. I know I have. And you're just stressed out, not knowing what's ahead of you because you can't see very far. And all of a sudden, it opens up, the fog lifts, and it's clear. And you breathe this big sigh of relief inside you because you feel like, oh wow, I can see again. This is amazing. Things become more clearly when you live in spirit. And so when we live in spirit, things that we normally struggle with become much clearer. Life is more fulfilling, and we have less dissension, strife, and confusion in our lives. Things become much, much more clear. When we are in spirit, we are more like God. What inspires you? I want to ask you that. I am inspired by random acts of kindness by those who not seek the glory of the world, but quietly serve by act and deed, and not only by word. I'm also inspired by people who serve without fanfare. I'm inspired by well-prepared teachers and instructors, spiritual quotes, good friends, clean homes. There's one for you. Now I just want to touch on that for 1 second. If you're locked inside your home or not going anywhere, that is one thing that you can do right now. Drop everything you're doing this morning, this afternoon, whenever you're watching this, and clean your house. Spend 2 or 3 hours, or however long it may take, clean your home. You will feel so much better after doing that. Good attitudes, honesty, loyalty, and doers. I'm inspired by good and wholesome music, cleanses my soul, and motivates me to do good. I'm inspired by educational and uplifting movies. Find some of those. Programs and speakers. I'm also inspired by inspired people. People who are in spirit. Living in spirit means that we keep and honor the promises that we've made. I recently listened to a great speaker who told of an experience he had with his family of 7. And I love this because I could see myself possibly doing this. One of his older daughters was going astray, making very poor decisions, which were not only affecting her, but they were affecting the entire family as a whole. So he gathered all of the kids together in one room, and then he proceeded to go around the room, and each of the family members took time to tell this particular daughter that what she was doing was wrong and how it was affecting them in a negative way. And how she was hurting the family, not only the family, but the family name, and that she needed to wake up. Well, she left that meeting and continued on doing the same as she had before. Then this man heard of a woman they called the White Pilgrim, who traveled by foot across Africa, visiting all the small tribes. She passed away a few years ago, but left a very detailed journal behind. And in that journal, it talks about her meeting with a very small tribe. One of the members had done something wrong, similar to this daughter. They proceeded to bring this person to the center of the town square. Each and every member would then at length approach the person and tell them, this is the catch, everything that they could think of that was positive about that person. This could last most of a day until every single person had spoken. Then the person was released to go about their business. At this point, it was very easy to see how this father had failed his daughter. Think about that for a second. Everything you can think of positive about your child or the person that's involved. Wow, what a change, what a difference that would make if we looked at people and reacted that way. There's a inspirational writer that I love. His name's Wayne Dyer, and he offered the following metaphor to sum it all up today. He called it the broccoli metaphor. Imagine yourself going to a local grocery store and buying a package of frozen broccoli because you were attracted by the beautiful picture on the wrapper. You look at those pictures, how they present them, they're just fabulous. When you get the broccoli home, you are still so attracted to the picture that you empty the entire contents into the garbage and then proceed to prepare the wrapper for dinner. As you put the picture of the broccoli on your plate, you suddenly then realize that you're going to be very, very hungry if all you have is the packaging. Now think about this for 1 second. Your life may be just like that. My life may be like that. You may be paying so much attention to the package that contains the real you that you toss away the most vital ingredients. Your form is the package, and while its beauty and appearance may seem all important, it primarily serves to contain all the rest of your magnificent spirit. So your package is truly important. I mean, this houses our spirit, but our spirit inside is what keeps this all going. The container cannot give you the pleasure and satisfaction and nourishment that the contents do, even though you cannot see what is inside that beautiful package. You know that whatever it is provides you with important and irreplaceable nourishment. Think about that. You can't see what's inside, but you know that what's inside that is going to give you the nourishment that you need. You know, a lifetime of focusing exclusively on the package will result in a spiritually undernourished and quite unhappy you. I pray that you will fill your life, your home, and yourselves with opportunities to have spiritual experiences. And then you can truly enjoy the blessings of living in spirit. Thank you for joining me, and until tomorrow, be safe.